machine, a goalkeeper will never forget.
Germany are champions of the world.
He's on it. Pelé has scored, and that is Brazil's 100th. England have done it.
You have to say that's magnificent.
Good afternoon. Where's Des Lynam when you need him? He always hit the spot. A bit like England.
It's going to be a penalty shootout to find out who the final quarter-finalists at the 2018 World Cup will be. England's fourth World Cup shootout. Nobody needs reminding what happened in the previous three.
England are out of the World Cup.
Falcao versus Pickford, Colombia versus England, and Falcao hammers it home. It's over to England. Harry Kane. That is outstanding from Kane. It's Batty, and England are out of the World Cup.
I don't believe it.
Imagine what it's like stepping up and taking one. When your country's hopes of staying in the World Cup are on the line. Henderson puffs out his cheeks. Henderson strides up, and it's saved by Ospina. Oh no! Advantage Colombia. And Arriba hits the bar. England back in the game. Trippier hammered into the top corner. 4 penalties taken, 3-3 in the shootout, and it is now sudden death time. Maka looks confident. Saved by Pickford. A great big hand from England's goalkeeper. What a save! Has just given Eric Dyer the chance to send England through. Think of all those years of hurt.
England are out of the World Cup. The England faces will just reflect sheer disappointment.
Eric Dyer to stride up to change a little bit of that for England. And Dyer does it! England win a World Cup penalty shootout for the first time ever! Maybe times are changing. This team is changing things.
Gives you boost, doesn't it? Gives you goosebumps, doesn't it? It still does. It's England's biggest game at a World Cup since 2006 and the quarter-final defeat against Portugal. Only twice before in history has an England side gone beyond this stage of the tournament. 1966, of course, and 1990. Today, it's Sweden who stand in the way of Gareth Southgate's men. They've met twice before at World Cups, both times in the group stages. Both games ending in a draw. That can't happen today. It could go to penalties, but that's okay. England are great at penalties. Alan Shearer, Rio Ferdinand and Jurgen Klinsmann are here with us today. Jurgen, Fußball kommt nach Hause.
That's right.
Close, I'll take that.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll hear from you shortly, gentlemen. But here is the England team Gareth Southgate has selected. And it's the same side that started against Colombia. Pickford created history with his shootout heroics in that game. Walker has recovered from the cramp that hampered him against the Colombians. A booking today would rule him out of a potential semi-final. And the same applies to Henderson and Lingard. Only Neymar and De Bruyne created more chances than Trippier prior to the quarter-finals. Kane has scored in all 8 games he has captained England in. He's got 14 goals in his last 10 caps and 6 from 6 shots on target in Russia. Well, Alan, it's 12 years since we covered one of these. Excited?
Oh, very. I can't wait. What a time to be in this England squad. What a time to be at this World Cup. I mean, today could be career-defining, life-changing day for this team, for this manager. If you're at home watching with your mates, or watching in a pub, whatever you're doing, shout, scream, cheer.
I think they
because
will.
I played in 96 and 98 and others, and we heard you. This team can hear you, there's no doubt about that. Believe me, it matters, and it does make a huge difference. What an opportunity for these boys.
Yeah. Could you believe what you've seen in this World Cup? England winning a penalty shootout, Jürgen?
I totally believe it because they worked hard on it. I mean, you practice, and one day you get rewarded. It was about time, and they deserve to be in this very special moment now. And this is the game. This is the game. It takes you to the Final Four. This is what makes a real World Cup now. If they beat Sweden today, they have every chance in the world to win this World Cup.
Sometimes you have to make things happen, Ria. And there's no question that this is a unique opportunity in many ways.
Oh, it is, and this is about players stepping up and grasping that opportunity now. They've got an opportunity to put themselves down in history. The likes of Pelé when he was younger, the likes of Diego Maradona. These guys are on the cusp of being able to produce moments like that. You produce one moment here at a World Cup, it will last forever in your lifetime. So they've got to enjoy that and take that. And what they've got going from here, they've got positivity within a group. There's no negative vibes in this group at all. Every time you hear one of the guys speak on TV, they look happy, they look delighted to be there. Enjoy the moment, embrace it, and bring it home.
Uncompromising opposition, though, in Sweden. They're tough, they're durable. They've won, 3 of their 4 games. They knocked out Holland and Italy in qualification.
And that's enough said. They knocked out big names, so you cannot underestimate them one second. But I think they know that. They know that they have to be on top of their game. But if things go accordingly, if everybody goes to his highest potential, they can beat them.
Same group as France in qualifying to get here. They beat France also, so they'll be a really tough nut to crack.
Very different challenge in many ways to Colombia, but perhaps a more familiar one.
Yeah, they won't be afraid to knock it long, but that shouldn't be a problem for this England team. As you say, they're pretty used to that, playing in the Premier League. So there won't be any surprises from this Sweden team. England will know everything about them.
Yeah, well, there's a lot at home, a lot about it's coming home. A lot of it is in fun, of course. But we've found something from 1996 when a certain German team and a certain Jürgen Klinsmann, listen to this.
Yes, Jürgen. We love you even more now.
You took the trophy and the song then. That's the problem.
We took the trophy and the song, and there was our reception in Frankfurt when we came home. And to be honest, the German fans did not know what we were singing. And there was a little bit of alcohol in there as well.
Yeah, I'm sure there was. And so there should be after winning a trophy like that. Kick-off is around 50 minutes away. Another cracking game. So France will play Belgium in the first semi-final on Tuesday in St. Petersburg. The winner of today's game will face either Russia or Croatia in Moscow on Wednesday. The final is next Sunday at 4, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's not been the easiest tournament so far for England fans to follow their team, but the Colombia game did see an increase in support out here in Russia. Dan Walker went along for the ride.
There seems to be a tried and trusted method for games in the Russian capital. Come to Red Square and the surrounding area, enjoy the festivities, and then head to the game on the Metro. Harry Kane, come on! An England flag on either cheek. What do you think is going to happen tonight against Colombia?
England are going to win 3-1.
Did you expect to see so few England fans here?
I think it's a lot of it's got to be due to the media, but the Russian reception that we've had has been amazing.
It's been amazing. The Russians have been great.
Are you meant to be in school?
It's going to be a penalty shootout. Everybody watching is shaking like a leaf. That is outstanding from Kane. Saved by Pickford. Think of all those years of penalty shootout hurt. Come on, Eric, please. Maybe times are changing.
We won on penalties. That's what. England won on the penalties.
This chap just described it as...
The best day of my life.
It was insane. The atmosphere was just insane.
Is that sweat? Is that beer? Is that a combination?
It's sweat, beer, blood and BO from the last 4 weeks following England live. And I need to go home, but I'm going to quarterfinals now. Someone just told it and whispered it in my ear. It's coming home. It's coming home! It's coming home! It's coming home! It's coming!
Love it, brilliant. And Gareth Southgate had time to pose for pictures and even gave one England fan a back rub whilst heading to the team bus after the game. I'm not sure you'd see Fabio Capello doing that. Around 5,000 England fans are expected to be at today's game, which is being played in Samara, some 500 miles from Moscow and 900 miles from England's training base in Repino. It's a city best known for being the home of Russia's aerospace industry. Vostok 1, the rocket that sent Yuri Gagarin into space in 1961, was built in Samara, and the space-age appearance of the stadium is designed to reflect the city's history. We can cross there now for a Swedish perspective on the game. Gabby Logan is with their former international Glenn Stromberg.
Glenn, the narrative that's come out of the England camp this week has been very much downplaying, almost wanting to hold on to the underdog status. They're not this big team of superstars in the Premier League. They're players who've struggled to get where they are, and that, that Sweden and England are very matched in that sense. So the Swedish press buying that?
Yeah, I think they like it very much because we were born with the Premier League and the English football, and we always been thinking, and during the European Cups and the World Cups, there's a lot of titles, too much talk from the English players and from the English team. So I think the Swedish people, they like this kind of approach much more.
We know that this Swedish team can win with very little possession, 33% against Mexico. England are set up to attack. How do you see it playing out?
Yeah, I think it's a game plan for Sweden to let England have the ball a lot, because even if we don't have it so much, we still created a lot of chances and scored also in this World Cup. So we're not afraid of running a lot, defending a lot, and then try to counter-attack, because they are doing it very good. And the thing is with Sweden is, as a team, they know they have to do everything right during every second of the game. Otherwise, it's a lot of teams that's better than Sweden.
And what do they fear most about this England team?
The pace, the speed and the pace of the four players in front, and the set pieces. England's always good on that.
Confident, Glenn?
I'm confident. I think it's a 50-50 game.
Thank you.
Sweden are in the last 8 of a World Cup for the 5th time in their history. They've won 3 of their previous 4 quarter-finals, most recently in 1994. Time to hear now from a man who perhaps knows better than anyone what this game means to both nations.
We Swedes, we are very proud to see Sweden in quarter-final. I mean, that doesn't happen, so we are all proud of the team. If you asked me before the tournament, I wouldn't guess that Sweden would be in the quarter-final. I had hoped so, but I wouldn't believe that.
Emil Forsberg, chance to shoot, it's in! For the first time in almost a quarter of a century, Sweden are through to the quarter-finals of the World Cup.
We all know in Sweden that we don't have Zlatan anymore, we don't have Messi, we don't have a Ronaldo, we don't have a Neymar. But getting those Swedish players together, how they work together, then it's one of the best teams in the world. We are a smaller country than England, and if you talk about population, but also football-wise, we are smaller. And every Swede is very proud today, and the feeling is, if you talk to normal Swedish people, that they can beat England, and a lot of people are convinced that that will happen. That's it.
Think of all those years of penalty shootout hurt. Eric Dyer to stride up to change a little bit of that for England. And Dyer does it! England win a World Cup penalty shootout for the first time ever!
It's a young team, a hungry team, a team which has qualities, of course, in Kane. He can be the top scorer in this World Cup. I'm quite sure about that. I'm happy for every England fan and for the team and for Gareth, of course. He seems to be very calm. He's doing everything right and he's dressed like an English sir. And that's good. Very, very good. England will have the ball a lot more than Sweden, but that suits Sweden. Give them the ball and they defend and they wait for the right moment to win back the ball, and then they will try to create possibilities. And how it will finish, I don't know. But I think Sweden, I'm Swedish, I think Sweden has a good chance to make life difficult for England. But it will be very, very tight and anyone can win. I hear a lot about it's coming home, and in Swedish that means den kommer hem. But what is coming home and when is that going to happen? It's a long way to go yet.
Certainly is, Sven, that's for sure. And here is the Swedish team. They've kept a settled side thus far, but make 2 changes today. Olsen has kept a clean sheet in 14 of his 22 caps. Captain Granqvist stayed with this squad despite his wife giving birth to their second child on Thursday night. Celtic's Lustig is suspended, so Kraft comes in. In midfield, Larsson returns from a ban of his own. The dangerous Forsberg scored the winner against Switzerland. No player at this World Cup has had more shots without scoring than Berg. He plays his club football in the United Arab Emirates. So, Rio, why is this Swedish team so difficult to break down?
Well, firstly, they've got 3 clean sheets in 4 games at this World Cup, but they're a very, very compact unit, and that's what they live and die by. They get players close together. They understand all their jobs. You'll see it in these clips here. Look how compact this squad is here. The distances between the players. Everyone knows their job. Always get out there. Don't allow for 2v1 situations. And one goes, they all go. They hunt it in packs, and you see it here, pushing teams back. The distance between the attacking line and the back line, not big at all. But once they win it, this is where they're a danger. The transition from once the ball gets turned over, they win it back, they go straight at the heart of their opposition. Here against Mexico, the same. Look at the distance between the lines. You can't play through, no intricate plays between through the lines of this team. You play it in there, they set traps, they win it, look at them. They're off, they're running, they're in wanting to hurt you. And once they get in these positions, what I've liked about them, once they get the transition, they always end up with a shot. Maybe they don't score, but they end up with a shot on goal. But I think they're going to set traps for this England team. That's the thing. I think they'll set traps. They'll allow them to play. They know they're not going to have a lot of possession, but they're comfortable here. They like this. They enjoy this part of the game. Sitting back, waiting, forcing you to play sideways. But when you want to come into the danger area and play forward, they come, they get you, and you're in trouble. And look at this. They defend in numbers, huge numbers, blocking everything. They enjoy the element of defending.
Victor Lindelof's a player is interesting because he's not had a great season at Manchester United, not very regular starting member, but he's impressed you a lot in this World Cup.
Yeah, he's been immense in this tournament for this team. You can see his age. He's 23 years old. He's young. He came to Man United with a big price tag from Benfica. He didn't seem to have the confidence in a Man United shirt that I've seen in a Sweden shirt. The manager, the staff, the players in that team look like they believe in this boy. Yeah. Doesn't seem he has that at the moment at Manchester United, and that's what's affected him.
Yeah, no Zlatan, of course, for Sweden, but having said that, they didn't qualify in the previous 2 competitions without him. So no real star players, but they've got a team ethic there.
They've got a team, and I think they're still kind of transitioning out of the Zlatan era. I mean, Zlatan really was the face of the team for so many years, and the superstar. And now it's all about the team spirit, the compactness. There's might be one player really that sticks out in this team is Emil Forsberg. He's playing in Leipzig, his club football, and he's probably one of the top 5 players in the Bundesliga at the moment. And he's kind of trying to become the next star player of this Swedish team.
Despite sitting deep and defending and stuff, we've
technically very, very gifted, very fast thinker. In transition, excellent player. Can finish things off too. Obviously, he scored in the goal against Switzerland. but he is a player they have to be always aware of. They have to have an eye on him because he can create something out of nothing. And the way they counter break is very, very fast. So this is definitely one of their dangers.
This was the goal against Switzerland. Got a bit of obviously good fortune with this one.
Yeah, the big deflection, wasn't it?
Yeah. But again, you see it in this World Cup. In many games, you know, the way teams defend, it's in 8, in 9, around the box or inside the box. And what kind of surprises me is that not more teams shoot outside the box. I mean, this has to be one of the keys, because you have deflection. Something will happen, you know. Against such a compact Swedish backline, it's really important. Or you find your ways over the wings. You double up, you overlap, you create chances through crosses, which Germany at the end then did. You know, they sent in a number 9 with Gomez, and then they suddenly had a lot of chances. Or if they bunker in or they put up the wall in front of it, then gotta shoot, gotta do something.
Have a few goes. They counter-attack well, don't they? They create chances.
Yeah, well, Jürgen mentioned the number 9, and Marcus Berg is a focal point for this team. Hasn't scored yet, but had numerous chances and big chances as well. And they look to him to bring people into the game, to run in behind. 31 years of age, 8 goals in 11 games in qualifying, but as I said, yet to find the net. I mean, that's an absolute get out wide, and certainly on set pieces they'll look to get the ball in also and use his power and use his strength in the air. But again, running in behind, but not hitting the target at all. I mean, these are superb chances to have for any centre forward. Should have got his shot away earlier. Good defending against Switzerland. And the last one coming up there, he does hit the target here, but it's a decent save. And we can't afford to give them those chances again today, because you just feel as if one of them has to go in somewhere.
OK. Well, don't forget you can watch this game through the BBC's Virtual Reality World Cup app. But let's go back to the stadium where the real Gabby Logan is with former England midfielder Jermaine Jenas.
Gary, it is absolutely thumping atmosphere building in here. It really feels like we're on the edge of something very special, doesn't it, Jermaine? And in 28 degrees, not as hot as perhaps we were expecting, and also not as hot as Nizhny. Are you concerned at all, because Sweden don't mind playing without the ball, that England are going to have the lion's share of possession? It's going to be a tiring afternoon for them if they're going to attack in the way they can.
No, look, I expect us to have a lot of possession within the game. What does concern me is where we have that possession there, Gabby, because I thought against Colombia we had good possession at certain times during the game, but we just didn't work their back four enough. And if this game goes late, we need to be able to work them side to side, work them kind of deep and make them come short in order to tire them, so that we have the energy later on in the game rather than them.
You said yesterday that you were hoping to see a couple of changes perhaps in the starting 11. He's gone with the same team. What would you like to see different then?
Yeah, I don't blame him for kind of sticking with the same team. This is a side that he obviously gives him that continuity and that confidence in this particular game. But I just think Raheem's position essentially, he's struggled a little bit with his awareness at times. You don't see him really nicking things around the corner, little 1-2s. You know, I'd like to see maybe kind of him switch with Dele at times, or switch with Jesse, just so he's side on and he can get more into those natural positions that we see him with Manchester City. So I'm quite happy with them going with the same side, but I just want him to be positive.
We've seen huge performances in these quarterfinals. Last night, Belgium really stepped up to the plate, didn't they? And with England, we've seen a fantastic last-minute kind of winner against Tunisia, the penalty shootout. What we haven't seen is that complete performance yet. It feels like the time is right now.
It's exactly that. It's the quarterfinals. You know, we've seen it with France, we've seen it with Belgium now. They've done it completely as a side, and I just think defensively we've been okay at times, up front we've been okay. It's time for them all to now put a performance together.
Positive?
Very, very good.
Let's go for
it. England have reached the quarter-finals of the World Cup on 8 previous occasions, but have only got past this stage twice before. The last time against Cameroon at Italia 90 was quite a night in Naples.
Two things. What? Would VAR have given those penalties?
Absolutely.
And did you know where you were going to put the penalties? Had you worked on it?
I practiced. I used to hit 40, 50 a day. I was penalty taker for England for about, 4 years? Never had one. Not one. And then 8 minutes to go, 2-1 down, penalty. And I used to hit about 40 or 50 a day. And I practiced the penalty that I was going to hit in the game.
Yeah.
So I'd do that repetitively. And then, funnily enough, the day before that game, we played in the stadium. We trained in the stadium. And Bobby Robson pulled me over and he said, you might want to think about your penalty practice. I said, why? He said, there's a Cameroon spy in the stadium. Yeah. So I thought, right, OK, instead of hitting 40 to the keeper's left. I'll hit 10 low to the keeper's right. So I hit bomb, bomb, bomb. Then come the game, penalty. I thought, well, I'll just go back to the one you've practiced most. And just as I hit it, I saw the keeper going low to his right. And I thought, I'll never know if that was. I'll never know if that was it.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, normal time, 90 minutes, it was 2-2. Bobby Robson came over, he gave me a big hug, and he said, "I told you, I told you." He was great. You practiced a similar way.
I did exactly the same thing just before Euro 2000. As you know, you practice in the stadium the night before, and there's always someone from the opposition in the stadium. So I did the same. I hit 10 penalties to the goalkeeper's left, knowing if I got a penalty the next night, I was going to the goalkeeper's right, and it worked exactly the same thing. Keeper dived the wrong way.
A similar sort of
And
thing.
what were you thinking then before the second one then?
Well, because he went so early going that way, and I hit it, and I also placed it, I thought he's going to go one way or the other, so I just smash it down the middle and just pray.
It worked.
Yeah, it kind of did. Thankfully, he did dive out the way, which is always a bonus. You obviously you played earlier that day because we played you in the semi-final.
Yeah.
When you knew it was England, what did you think? Were you thinking, well, we were in the final? It's like a bye, was it? Is that what you thought?
No, definitely not. No, we knew it's going to be a 50-50, and it was a 50-50.
Yeah, what were you like on the day of a big, huge World Cup game?
Well, I think we all always had a certain routine. You know, every player is different. Every player does things differently. I'd love to have a nice espresso before I went out for warm-up. That was my thing with a physiotherapist or some teammates, just having an espresso and just...
Coffee, saucer, all that.
We got our own machine there. Germans, we bring our own coffee machine, espresso machine. So that was my routine.
Alan, weren't you something like, I read something about chicken and baked beans or something?
Yeah, I know. I had chicken and beans once at Blackburn just before for pre-match, and I scored a hat-trick. So that was it. I had to have chicken and beans before every game, and I never ever wanted to do any shooting practice and warm-ups half an hour before the game, because I always felt if you scored a 20 or 30 yarder in the warm-up, it's not going to happen in a game an hour later, is it?
I tell you what, you've been full of wind ever since. But, what about you, Rio? Any superstitions?
Yeah, I was really
games?
superstitious. I used to do like from waking up a certain foods breakfast exactly the same. If I didn't have it, I'd be in turmoil. I'd be screaming at people, "Where's that? I'd have a coffee before we left," and the whole table would go, "Yeah, I'll have one." And we used to do it routinely all the time. And then get to the changing room, I used to have a strap in by a certain person, certain warm-up first, 2 touch with Scholesy. It was mental, but...
What is the whole list?
There's more.
I've got to write it down.
There's so much more.
We haven't got time.
I splashed the water on my head in the tunnel. Anyone who was behind me was in trouble. If it was freezing, doing that with the water, it was crazy.
Anyone behind Alan was in trouble.
But you know what a mad one was? We used to, Joe Cole in the England dressing room, he used to... he never liked touching the football before he went out for a warm-up.
Yeah.
So all the lads used to sit there and just roll balls at him. He used to just be standing jumping balls. And he used to get
Nothing's changed then, because just before we came on air, 15 minutes, Rio said I had a coffee before the last game. I've got to have another one.
I didn't realise it was a superstitious thing.
Have you ever forgotten your cleats?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't wear boxers match days either.
It's all about a little bit of confidence, though, and a bit of belief. All those fractions, that's all it is. We're not all just plain mad, honest. OK, this game doesn't really need hyping up, but we thought we'd do it anyway.
Good morning, everyone. Today is the big day, and there's only one song you need to be listening to. It's Coming Home.
It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home.
England win a World Cup penalty shootout.
Football is coming home. It is expected to arrive home on the 15th of July, and supporters are overjoyed.
Come on, England! Come on, Gareth, Harry, everyone, IKEA, ABBA, Volvo, you can do it! Come on, England!
Good luck, England. You've been amazing so far. It's coming home.
Come on, boys. You know, we know, it's coming home.
It's coming home. Come on, England!
Well, it's definitely going to someone's home. What a job Gareth Southgate has done so far. Calm, assured and in control. It's a managerial blueprint similar in style to the one laid down by Sir Bobby Robson.
some notes that Bob left about motivating players. I'll just read to you. To build a team of motivated players, a good coach should 1. Be able to control himself before he can control them. Number 2, be passionate about the subject. Be open-minded, a good listener. Single-minded about the ultimate outcome, a winner. Command discipline. Set good examples. Understand individuals. What makes them tick? React positively to criticism. Decreases the stress. Number 10, be positive and confident himself. And number 11, be trustworthy. I think they're wonderful guidelines.
Gareth, England are on the precipice of a World Cup semi-final for the first time since the great Sir Bobby Robson led them there in 1990. Like your team, there was so much love and support for that team back home. Do your players feel that warmth?
We've been really grateful for the energy and the support that we're feeling from home. So we're all very proud to be in this situation, and it's a privilege. So, but what we've got to focus on is the job in hand. We have a very tough opponent. We know the problems they pose, but also we know the areas that we can hurt them.
And they are a team who don't mind playing without the ball. They beat Mexico 3-0 with 33% possession. Are you happy that your team can attack in the way that you want against that kind of opposition?
Yeah, I think so. I think there'll be long periods of the game where we can control the game. It's just breaking down their pack defence when we get there and making sure that we defend counter-attacks well, set plays well, and the long ball, which is a challenge our players should be familiar with, really.
Yeah, many are saying this is a classic old English cup tie, and they are big fans of English football. They're happy to play the underdogs as well, Sweden. You've been in a situation as a player, in a quarter-final in a Euros. What does it compare to being the manager of England today?
I'm enjoying this a lot more. I think we're having a fantastic experience, and we know we've still a lot of improvement to make. We've talked about defending better, about creating more chances, and we've still got to try and do that today. We've got to focus on how we play and making sure that we bring everything to the table. But the players are well prepared. They're well recovered from the other night. They know the opportunity they have, and we're really looking forward to the challenge.
And finally, it feels like an age ago now, that first game against Tunisia, you said you'd be the one giving the rallying cry in the dressing room. You've seen your players grow, their leadership qualities grow. Has anybody's voice grown? Will there be anybody else in that dressing room today shouting?
Oh, yeah. I think over this period, lots of leaders have emerged, some in the team, some not in the starting team. And that's why that group have grown stronger together. There's been a lot said about how tight Sweden are, but our group are very together. I think everybody can see that. So we hope that we can bring our quality today as well.
Go for it.
Brilliant. Thank you.
He's the calmest bloke of all. There's a man who's become an absolutely key part of Gareth Southgate's plans, but for a few nerve-shredding minutes on Tuesday, Jordan Henderson faced joining his manager on the roll call of those who've had a costly miss for England in a penalty shootout.
Jordan, I saw you in the immediate aftermath of that penalty shootout against Colombia, and at the time you seemed absorbed in your own feeling that you'd somehow let people down. Well done.
Jordan, your Mackem mate, Jordan Pickford, said I helped him out.
Big time.
Have you managed to kind of move yourself into a much more positive mindset now?
I was just so relieved after the game, I was very emotional. From going so low.
It's saved by Ospina!
And then a couple of minutes later being so high.
Saved
Yeah, the most important thing was we won, and I'd miss every time if it meant we won, so it doesn't really matter.
England win a World Cup penalty shootout for the first time ever.
Your performance in this World Cup has been one of the big highlights for many people. I've heard pundits saying you're a manager's dream and how you are the glue that is holding that side together.
Is that a question?
Good point. It was more of a statement, but I was wanting to see your reaction to that because you haven't always had that kind of praise playing for England, have you?
No, but it's something that I tend not to get caught up in, you know. I just try to concentrate on what I need to do for the team always. That's the most important thing for me. I always know there'll be criticism in football, but I also know there'll be praise as well at times, so it's about balancing that out.
How much do you think your role at Liverpool and your experiences, especially in the Champions League this year though, have informed that performance over the last few matches here in the World Cup?
Yeah, of course, they've had a big part of me development, and obviously the manager at Liverpool has had a massive influence on us as well. But yeah, playing in them big games is something special and gives you confidence to know that you can perform at the very, very top against the best players in the world. And I've just tried to continue that with England.
Have you had any communication with Jurgen Klopp during the World Cup? Is it regular contact?
Yeah, after games normally. And he's so happy. just keeps saying, texting, yes, England, come on. Yeah, so he's buzzing that we're doing well.
England have dug as deep as they can to find a way through to the quarter-finals of the World Cup and a date with Sweden in Samara.
This is a team of leaders, and you, while not wearing the armband, have assumed that role. Has the manager asked you to be one of his key generals in that respect?
Well, I think we've got a leadership group that the manager chooses as well.
So that's a group of players who are the group, is it?
Yeah, and that's important in football. You know, it's not about just one person and the responsibility falling on Harry, for instance.
So who else is in the group?
It changes at different camps, but at the minute I think it's me, Harry, Youngie, Eric, and Delphi. But I feel as though we've got a lot of leaders in the group, as you've seen in the games.
Who motivates you?
Me players around us, me teammates. I think other people think differently, obviously family and things like that, but for me it's teammates. To be part of this team so far has been an unbelievable experience, and just really honoured to be part of it.
Of course, at home, everybody's getting ridiculously excited and carried away in kind of terms of the route to the final. Are you able to just kind of turn the noise off in your own head, or are you looking ahead to a week on Sunday?
No, definitely not. I think you've got to take it game by game. We know what Sweden are about. They're a very good side, and no team gets to the quarter-final if they're not, so it's always going to be difficult, and you've got to be 100% all the time. We want to be successful, we want to keep making history. But the support from home, how they're celebrating and things like that, that's priceless to us as players, and we want to just keep making people happy.
He has been superb in this tournament so far. So much anticipation all around the country, big screens in places at venues the length and breadth of England. Here's the scene in Leeds, well that's Croydon, here's Vauxhall. And this is Nottingham in the Midlands as well. Everyone's waiting, everyone's nervous, anticipating, and that is actually Newcastle there. Newcastle's calm. Never seen it that calm, Al. Or they tense.
Give it half an hour.
Yeah. Well, I suppose one area of concern about England going into this game is that so far in this tournament, not created too much from open play.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think that we can look to improve on. We've created less in open play than anyone else, actually, despite the position we find ourselves in. I think at times we've been getting into good positions. We've just been a little bit too safe. Harry Maguire, brilliant, bringing the ball out here. What he needs now is runners going in behind. If one's going in behind, one can come short. But just have a look at what both the players do, Sterling or Ali or whoever it may be. They actually come back, not asking enough questions. So we go sideways, we go back. Knock that ball and go. Don't stop. Don't even think about stopping, because no one, and that defender comes over, he can do that. Or he can get into the box and get a penalty, the ball. That's all safe. Lingard can pick his head up, he can pick that pass. It's not a difficult pass. Screaming there, Sterling, with his arm in the air. He wants that pass played in there. Players demand that pass in there, and that's the one thing that we have to start looking to do a little bit better. Again, Lingard, right-hand side. If he's not going to go for goal, he can cross it. But watch his touch here, because his first touch is the thought there, and problem gone once again. And these aren't difficult passes, these are simple passes. Sterling, that's a 5-yard pass into Lingard. Gets cut out again. So we have to improve on that. Harry Kane, the run, he's on the half turn, he wants the ball played in there. But they tend to take a touch and go sideways or come back again. And the one thing that Sweden will want us to do today is to do exactly that, because they do not want to be hit on the turn. They do not want runners going in behind their fullbacks to stretch them, because that will give them problems. Everything in front of them, they'll be quite happy with that today.
I think it's really crucial that they are courageous today. That they're courageous and that they cut those 2 lines of 4, that they go 1 against 1 in certain moments, and that they play vertical passes. Just have that courage, believe in yourself there today.
Defensively, they have the courage at the back in terms of playing the ball around and keeping possession.
You've got to expect that as a manager. It's going to happen here and there, but what you've got to be able to do is once you do make the mistakes, then you've got to be able to defend and you've got to stop people attacking you. But the problem is in this game, this is exactly what the Swedes will be wanting to do. This is how their games have gone throughout this tournament. When teams have made mistakes, they've pounced on it. They've yet to really punish a team, and hope today that will be the case as well. But you just don't want to be sloppy in possession. You don't want to be sloppy when you've got the ball. You want to be efficient. You want to make sure your passing's crisp. And I have to say as well, as much as we're seeing the mistakes here, one of the most pleasing parts of the team for England has been the composure on the ball, the controlling game from the back in our third, in the middle third of the pitch, but in attacking the third of the pitch, we have not been as creative. But again, this is Colombia, the last game. Again, sloppiness. We need the likes of Walker, Maguire and Stones to cut that out, and we will have a chance this game to win.
Given, Rio, that is Sweden's strength, breaking, would you like to see England perhaps alternate a bit, play a bit more direct at times?
Yes, and I'm sure Harry Kane would as well. He'd want the ball to be played into him. Get the ball into me, and then you can get Sterling, Dele Alli, Jesse Lingard running. But I think the wide areas in this game today are very key. We've got to try and create 2v1s out wide and cross the ball. Today's defenders, the first thing you ask about a defender today, when coaches, normally, how good are they on the ball? It used to be, how do you defend first? But now it's how good you are on the ball. Make these players do what they're not used to, and that's defend.
Okay, looks a lot of tension in that tunnel. What do you think England's approach should be, Jürgen?
Well, I think, don't risk anything the first 20, 25 minutes. As I said, playing out of the back is not a must. If you think there's a little risk to it, then play it long into Harry Kane. Hold it up there. Play simple, but so keep it, and then calm your nerves. I mean, it will take 15, 20 minutes. You are extremely excited, you are nervous. I mean, you want to do well. You know that, the whole country is watching you now and expecting big things. So just kind of find your rhythm, find your balance and take it from there.
Tense moments, how do you all see it going? Alan?
This will be a really, really tough game. We spoke how hard they are to break down Sweden, but this England team can do it. If they play at pace, play with an energy that they've shown us that they can do, then I think they'll have too much for Sweden.
Yep, I want to see a star born out of this game. We've seen Harry Kane, we've seen Pickford. I want to see another one emerge today. I think we'll win this.
Jürgen, one word. England or Sweden?
Believe in yourself, do it.
OK, it's a few more words, but it's fine. It's time. England versus Sweden for a place in the semi-final of the World Cup. Relaxed? No, I didn't think so. Our commentary team in Samara, Martin Keown and Guy Mowbray.